the order of the picking. Of course, the picking is good at the very top of that class. But more on that later. We play basketball with 7 remaining for the Blazers. 2 here at home remaining, including tonight. This first quarter brought to you by First Tech Credit Union. Knox to the baseline, triggers a jumper over Sabonis and Keegan Murray. Up and in. There's Kevin Knox coming up.
One was taller than the other. Kevin, quite a bit taller than De'Aaron Fox.
Kevin Huerter in the lane, gets off a quick one down there on the low block.
Just keeps adding to his scoring total. He's already scored more games now in his 20th game with the Blazers than in 49 games in Philadelphia.
Good starting first 3 minutes for the Blazers. They seem active and into it. This one gets away and into the hands of Keegan Murray, who's at 6'8".
Blazers in zone now.
Uh-oh, they forgot to cover the man that was bringing the ball in bounds. It was De'Aaron Fox who just got in bounds and stood there.
If they won that game at home and they knew their crowd it was a playoff atmosphere. They had people outside of the arena waiting to celebrate, and they didn't get it done there. So I don't think anything in this game.
Reaching up into the heavens for a 3 that's off the mark. Kessler Edwards, second-year pro out of Pepperdine, as Mike Brown goes to his bench here early. And Pepperdine has spun. Ball gets free on a pass, and then Shaedon comes up. Make that Matisse with a volley at midcourt, setting up Shaedon Sharpe before the lob up top to Walker, and a two-hand jam, and a beautiful hustle scramble by the Blazers. Knox triggers long, missed it, follows his own miss, takes it right to the rack, leaves it up and in, drew contact and plays off of it to lay it in. And Sacramento will call time. Here's Lyles outside, sets his feet for 3. Rimming off into the hands of Sabonis. Not looking to reload. He'll swing it outside the mark. Twist, drives, hands off to Sabonis. Got it in a strong hand. He lays it in. Eubanks with the board. Sharpe outside, lines up a 3. Shaedon Sharpe knocking down a triple. Right to Fox. Quickest guy in the league, according to Chauncey Billups. Hustles it up to Monk and rejected by Sharpe.
You can see that ball coming in his direction, getting over there towards the corner.
Eubanks goes to work. He's going to go right at Lynn and leans into a running right-hander up and in.
Man, this is how Drew made a name for himself, really. At this point in the season last year, there goes Lynn with a strong dunk. And other things as well.
Well, the Kings are shooting 32%. Blazers have been disruptive, except for Alex Lynn sliding in there on the slip to lay it up and in. Monk getting him organized and making a quick bullet pass. Drew up top, brings Lynn out beyond the three-point arc. Gives it off to Knox, goes one-on-one downhill on Lyles with a right-hand hammer. And recovered by the Kings. Monk rush it up in the front court. Steps back, a deep 3, and buried it.
Go try to go get this too.
Yep.
Another time maybe so, but I think he'd be a little more judicious in the approach. Yep. But as it pertains to tonight,
he's having a nice run here in this first half, is Knox. So nonetheless, Kings get it back. Sabonis given a step to launch, will hammer it as he does here.
As he chops up the steps, he has to really power off that last leg. It reminds me of, as Huerter gets the 2, a layup.
Murray clears the Eubanks screen, or Eubanks hook shot. Sabonis again finds Huerter moving well without the body, without the basketball. With his 10.6 boards, they're within 9 with 3:58 to go in the second.
What you were just explaining right there about Sacramento's offense, there's a lot of contingencies.
Got a piece, didn't they?
Yes.
Here comes Sharpe the other way.
Move the pass, Shaedon.
Whips a pass to Foul on the run and drills a 3 out of the corner. Blazers defend the rim again as Murray drives it inside and is denied. Little the other way, into the clutter and laid it up and in.
He's showing you what he got. That's a good baseline out of bounds play from Coach Billups that allows Shaedon to run into the shot. Ooh. Previously, it's just the rules are a little different right now. This is go out there and really play with a certain level of freedom. But Sacramento not putting the Blazers in that full court pressure situation at all.
They have not bothered the Blazers much. 5 turnovers as a team for the Blazers in the first half.
Especially if it's a guard back that's smaller than him to really bother him in that situation. Coach Williams wondering how in the world is that not. You see where your looks might come from. How to soften the defense a little bit.
Look at that
you
play.
get busy.
On the open court, he flicks it away, runs to the other side of the floor, gathers it in, and banks in a triple. And, of course, being the focal point of the opposition's defense. Sabonis turns and twists. When he gets in that low, it's over. But, man, what an explosion. Fox the other way. Murray, the step-back 3. Driving into the lane is Knox. That one is off. The rebound recovered by Herter. Up to Fox, into the lane to the glass, and laid it in.
That's a good ball fake from Fox. I would have worked on just about anybody. Keegan Murray hearing it from the Sacramento Kings in the arena as he takes the seat, getting that record.
Edwards sets, fires, and scores. Here out of Pepperdine, shoots 37% from 3 in limited opportunities.
Wait for Lorenzo Romar. Curtis Allen, former UW.
Terrific guy.
But that ranks 7th in the NBA. Real quickly, guys, the company that he's with in that block rate, Jaren Jackson, Walker Kessler, Nick Claxton.
Averaging close to 21 minutes a game. Point well taken. Young guys, great shape. They still get tired.
He was going to make sure it wasn't you.
Yeah, I was going to make sure he knew it wasn't me. Not the way you want to start off your rookie year.
This could be a really hard fourth quarter for this group. If Sacramento was like really locked in, I mean, they obviously have a sizable lead.
Like you mentioned, Kevin, big disparity there between the offensive and the defensive ratings. And a big part of the defensive problem for them is at the rim. They allow 70%.
Get Len some run, gets him some reps out there, get him sharp in anticipation of one of those matchups. Monk drives into the lane, double clutches, and lays it in. Sacramento to get him. Driving into the lane. That was personal relationships that got Monk into Sacramento.
Yeah.
Lynn with the block. That's what they want to see from him. And then Monk, the standstill triple. Not played. He's had a back that's bothered him, and he took a hard fall a couple of nights ago. Keon Johnson out with a right finger fracture at shoot-around today. Cam Reddish, 25 for Sharp. 5 of 11 shooting from three-point range. You were talking about Eubank's defense on Alex Lynn. 12 and 8 for Kevin. Another Kentucky guy unloads, Malik Monk. The rotation this year for the Kings, along with Rashawn Holmes, the veteran. This is Davis to Holmes, two-man play for the vet for the two-hand jam.
This is not a normal.
Sharp, 4 for 4 from the line, 27 points. Dellavedova's been around the ranch a few times. He was part of that Cleveland team, the 16 champions, so he adds a little depth to their playoff. And that's Shaedon Sharp showing some logo length.
An aspect that's really good for Shaedon playing point is you have to talk more as a point guard generally than the other positions. So you got to set this up for John Butler Jr.
Paul Westphal, Michael Malone, George Karl.